Well, hello there, Christopher Scott here, and I want to give you some tips about how to do a hospital visit. How to do a hospital visit. As a small groups pastor of a local church, I oversee several small groups that meet and love each other, study the Bible each week, and enjoy time together. And one of the ministries I try to encourage those small groups to do is to visit each other in the hospital if someone from their group is in the hospital, or maybe one of their family members is in the hospital, and try to encourage the group to go individually to visit someone in the hospital. But making a hospital visit can be difficult. It's a little bit sensitive at times, so there's some tips that you want to use when you make a hospital visit. And this is a video that I'm making for my small group facilitators to help them make a good hospital visit, along with some cards that they can give to the people in their small group, and that they can make those visits and love each other and share the gospel with people and encourage them in their walk with Christ. So there's 8 tips I'm going to give you about how to make a hospital visit. Each letter in hospital stands for a tip. All right, so let's go through them. How to make a hospital visit. The H stands for honor the person's time by letting him or her know that you are coming, right? Honor the person's time by letting him know that you are coming. What I like to do is try to call the person in advance and say, hey, this is Christopher. I'm going to come see you on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, if that's okay with you. I always try to be assertive and say, I'm coming on this day and at this time, and I want to make sure it's okay with you. Don't just kind of say, oh, I can come see you if you want, because then they're like, oh, no, I'm good. So I just say, I'm coming to see you. Let me know if this time does not work for you. It's pretty much how I go about it. So you want to honor the person's time by letting him know that you're coming. Second tip is you want to offer a gift, right? So I like to buy used books at like a used book sale at the library or whatever that might be, really cheap. And then I try to bring a small used book to the person in the hospital, or maybe a person who's a family member that's also there in the hospital visiting. And that's what I try to do, to bring a gift. So you want to, the O stands for offer a gift. You can bring a card, you can bring flowers, you can bring a teddy bear, you can bring a gift, you can bring a small devotional, or maybe a small New Testament Bible, or the book of Psalms, or whatever that might be. But it's just kind of a nice offering or a nice gesture to offer a gift. The S stands for support the person by listening, not talking, right? You want to support the person by listening, not talking, okay? As people, when we do something that we're not sure how to do, or we're a little bit nervous, usually the response of most people is just to talk, right? We're kind of nervous, we don't know what to say, so we just talk. But when you're visiting someone in the hospital, you want to be there, be present with them, and listen to them. You want to support him by listening to him. The P stands for provide positive, upbeat energy and be encouraging and optimistic, right? You want to provide positive, upbeat energy and be encouraging and optimistic as best as you can, right? Because being in the hospital is discouraging, it's depressing, it's sad, and you want to just be there with a smile, be ready to be encouraging. If you see something good going on, or they bring the person good food or whatever, try to make a positive comment. And you want to just try to be upbeat. And if you see anything good happening, be sure to point it out for that person, okay? The I in hospital stands for inspire the person to get better by talking about future events that he or she can enjoy once he or she gets out of the hospital, right? So ask about the person's family. Is there any family members they're looking forward to seeing once they get out of the hospital? Are there any hobbies that they can't wait to get back to doing once they're out of the hospital? Maybe there's a ministry at church they really like doing that they can't do while they're in the hospital. So you want to talk to them about positive things that they can look forward to doing once they get better and get out of the hospital or the nursing home, whatever that might be. So you want to inspire them to get better by talking about things that they can look forward to doing once they get better and get out of the hospital. This T stands for talk little, but when you do talk, make it brief and talk about God, right? T stands for talk little and make it brief, but when you do talk about God. Try to point to God in whatever way that you can. Be sensitive to cliches of things that might be a little bit sensitive to, God won't put you through more than you can handle, or whatever that might be. Just kind of be sensitive before saying those terms or those cliches that sometimes we have as Christians. But just point to God, like, God got you to the right hospital, or God seemed to give you a really good nurse, or God seems to give you a really good doctor. If you can, point to God in whatever way you can when you talk, right? The A in hospital stands for ask if you can help in any way. Maybe they want a bottle of water. Maybe they want a cookie from the cafeteria. Maybe they want, something else like that, or they want you to go get them a book or whatever that might be. A is for ask if they need help with anything like that. And you can even offer your small group to support, right? You can say, I'm not sure about helping with that, but I can ask our whole group if we can do something for you together, right? So A is for ask if you can help with anything. And lastly, the L stands for lift the person up in prayer before you leave and let the pastors at church know that you are praying for them, right? So L, lift them up in prayer and let the pastors know that you're praying for them. The last thing I like to do when I make a hospital visit, the very last thing, I just say, it was good visiting with you. I'm going to take off. I'm going to pray for you before I go, right? And I pray real quick and then I leave. And you want to let the person know that other pastors are praying for them also, right? Let them know, and you can send a text messages to the pastors and let them know, hey, I visited so-and-so today. She would appreciate your prayer, something like that. So that's how to make a hospital visit. 8 tips. Honor his time by letting him know you're coming. O is for offer a gift. S is for support him by listening, not talking. P is provide positive, upbeat energy and be encouraging and optimistic. I is inspire him to get better by talking about future activities that he can look forward to. T is for talk little and make it brief, but when you do talk about God and point to God. A is for ask if you can help for anything, and L is for lift the person up in prayer and let the person know that you're praying for them, right? So I have these little cards that I made for the small groups at our church. We give them to each small group leader to give to all the people in the group, and I encourage you to have people keep these in their car, in their Bible maybe, that they can take with them to the hospital to make those hospital visits, make them encouraging, make them positive, and to love people and support them. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, you can subscribe up there and get updates on future videos. If you want to find other small group facilitator tips, I got a bunch of tips over there. If you're looking for some good studies to do in your small group, I got some how-to videos over there and some more how-to videos over there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you again soon in another video.